RWBY. Yeah. Okay. We said we'd see you in the next one. It's the next one.
Now.
Hey, how's it going?
Now. Yeah.
We already did the chant once tonight, and
Yeah. No, it's just like, no.
That's
enough
change.
We gotta go.
We got RWBY to watch.
Ain't nobody got time for that. The house is on fire.
Yeah. Nate has not destroyed the house.
No.
But he might if we didn't get to this now.
This is true. This is
So,
very true.
And we gotta go. We gotta go. So,
Okay.
all right. Woo, Billy. Do it.
Oh, God. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Billy.
The bullet.
Episode 12. Boom!
Oh, fuck. Stab her in the back of the head. Oh,
No.
or not.
Helping Weiss is more important than vengeance.
Good slide.
He's a sliding.
He's a slider boy.
Uh-oh.
His eyeballs just shook.
Oh,
Just a bitch slap with a staff.
Yeah, it'll work.
Staff bitch slap. Whack.
Get up! We need you!
Bitch slap. Oh, snap.
You're letting that boy make a fool of you.
That's not just a boy. It's Ozpin. He's
Oh, no.
reincarnated.
oh dear.
Hazel.
Uh-oh.
And now Hazel's actually invested in the fight.
Spaghetti.
Husband.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Because
Uh-oh.
before,
Here
I
we
don't,
go.
I don't think he was really trying.
No.
Oh, shit, she woke up.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
You thought you could hide from me?
Bruh.
Oh well.
What?
Sir?
Animal.
What?
Animal mode.
But you did.
Uh,
Over and over again.
what?
Oh, hell.
Use me?
Absorption. He's able to absorb... Oh, Lord.
Dust?
He's able to absorb dust crystals.
Do we fight? No. Run.
That's the smart thing to do.
Works for me.
Ozpin is here? Is that a problem? I'm not sure. But right now we've got the upper hand. Let's not waste it. Leo!
I think you should waste it.
All right.
Stop them! We've got your team covered!
Yeah. Go get him.
Oh.
Get to
Mercury.
them, you're going to have to get through all of us.
Crap.
Okay. Red eyes. Here comes her, Here comes her red eyes.
Talk to me. This is bad.
Thanks for the addition to the conversation there, Ren.
I sort of say,
Sure
but
they leave RWBY alone.
the theory is personality can affect the semblance you develop. So
true.
if he wants it, he could shape his semblance.
And let's be fair. Paladins operate off of charisma.
we're
Unless
screwed.
He is severely lacking.
Yeah, we're fucked.
We're screwed.
Totally fucked.
Oscar! I told you, no!
Oh, damn.
Ow.
Let me take over. I can handle it. You told me I needed to fight for myself.
Okay, this is not the time to be doing this.
This is not your fight. What does that mean? Why is he so upset with us?
He didn't tell you my tale, did he, boy? I thought you looked familiar. To think that evil was inside of you when our paths first crossed. Your blood won't be on my hands. It'll be on his.
Lord Jesus.
What was he talking about?
Tell him, Oscar. Tell him how you killed her.
Her?
Gretchen Reinhardt was Hazel's sister. Despite her brother's wishes, she enrolled at Beacon Academy to become a huntress, and tragically lost her life on a training mission. Hazel holds me responsible. Please, let me fight. I know Hazel. He's wounded in a way that cannot be healed.
You know now. You can forgive me for what I'm about to do.
No.
Did she know? Did she know the risk of being a huntress?
She was only a child. She wasn't ready.
She made a choice. A choice to put others before herself.
Wow.
So do I.
Then you've chosen death.
I'm sorry.
What?
Oh shit. Oz.
I gave you the chance to choose.
Oh boy.
John.
John.
She's hardly breathing. I don't know what we can do.
Is she only on the inside?
No, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Please. We can't lose anyone else.
Are they gonna do the teardrop into the wound thing?
Is he Rapunzel?
Oh.
No.
Hey.
He is not Rapunzel.
Yep.
He's instead John Coffey?
Paladin. Lay on hands.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, Spring?
Are you nervous, girl? The first maiden in... why, I'm not sure anyone knows how many years, is about to open a vault. I would say it's quite an exciting time. Don't you feel honored?
Not
No.
really.
I'm not concerned with any of this. All I care about is my tribe, my family. This is a burden, not an honor.
You've conditioned her quite well, Raven.
Depends on the perspective.
Okay.
Alright.
I mean,
Tree.
yeah, that makes sense.
Tree of life?
Something like. That was cool.
Cool. Cool.
It's certainly
cool.
grander than beacons. I
More
wonder what
grand.
the extra effort was for. Can
sorry.
we please not linger? After you.
Raven, please stab her in the back. What is her deal with her freaking helmet anyway?
She keeps taking it off when she's actually fighting.
No.
No, you don't.
Woo! Those suckers fast.
Well, size and
Achoo!
size.
Nice.
Very nice.
What's happening?
Yeah,
You're doing this, John.
you did it, buddy.
I think she's going to be okay. She seems to be stabilizing.
Yay, medic.
I'd say more along the lines of a mercy than a medic.
Yeah, it's fair.
Not real.
Oh, fuck.
Bro.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
That is not good.
Whatever you're doing, don't stop.
I won't.
Good.
Then why did you stop him?
Who needs help?
I'm on it.
Jean and Weiss still need cover. No one's gonna touch them. Okay. Make it happen, Ranger.
Team Ranger. The sisters.
Yep.
Thanks, sis.
Mm-mm.
You okay?
No. I'm angry.
Good.
Oh
Be
boy.
angry.
Well, doing this.
And we're doing this.
Ooh.
Ominous.
Well, that's sufficiently bright.
That's the symbol of the Spring Maiden, I think.
Hmm.
Wait a
Having
sec.
fun?
Vernal, stay focused.
Oh, come now, Raven. Let her enjoy this. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
How does this work?
Once the Spring Maiden places her hand on the door, it will open. For you, and only you.
Okay, the store's my step.
Then I will walk into the vault and retrieve the relic. No one else. Is that clear?
Does
It doesn't matter to us.
that mean
Let's
we
get
could
this
seal
over
her
with.
in, technically?
All right then.
Seal her.
Vernal,
Seal her.
when you're ready.
Seal her.
Vernal, okay.
Yeah.
That makes... I was having trouble actually hearing her
what
name.
I
Yeah.
thought it was Renault, but
Yeah.
I thought it was an R. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like...
Uh-oh.
You know, I've heard so many stories about you, Raven. They say you're a cunning leader, that you're strong, that you're clever.
Oh no.
But
It's a shame that they're wrong.
oh no,
Oh, good.
it's the same thing that she
It's
used on.
nothing personal, dear. You're just not worthy of such power.
Neither are you.
But I am.
Uh-oh.
I will take what is mine.
Can two maidens inhabit the
We're
same?
gonna find out.
What is this? Where's the power?
You won't find it. Because Vernal isn't the Spring Maiden.
Oh, God
Oh
damn
God, no.
I am.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Ba-da-bum.
Cliffhanger again. God damn it. Okay,
so
we got a resolution on the one thing from the last one.
it beats the one that follows it. So spring and fall don't have an advantage against each other
No,
at all.
no, they're opposite ends of the spectrum, and thus they're evenly matched. I think
God damn it. This means Raven stays alive.
for now.
Huh.
I'm really angry about that.
No, here's the thing. If we get a turn with Raven like we did with, say, Vegeta,
We won't.
how do you know?
I'm pretty sure we won't.
How do you know, though? Ben, can you see into the future?
That's a semblance.
I've made pretty good predictions before.
Really?
Anyway,
Honestly,
Well,
man, I
well, okay, if we're going to get a turn, it's going against everything that she has ever been.
no, not really.
She's had like worst mom of the year award running for like what? Like
The-
how old are the girls? Like Yang's like 18 now or
So at
something.
least the last 20 years.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
here's,
so
here's
20
the thing
years.
here's the thing about it, though. There's always room for redemption, especially when it is a character that has mixed. What's the word I'm looking for? mixed values. Case in point, early on, Raven was completely on board with Ozpin's plan. But then something happened. We don't exactly know what that thing is. Maybe she saw something that Cinder did. Maybe Cinder scared her.
It has nothing to do with Cinder.
Cinder wasn't alive.
Well, she was
a
mad at Oz.
child.
Not Cinder.
Salem. It's Salem, yeah.
Fucking Salem, Cinder, cockblock, fucking who cares?
There's a whole lot of names going on here.
But anyway, she saw something from Salem that scared her. Or she saw something from Salem that made her realize that living as a nomad with as little connections as possible is how she can, A, stay alive, and B, keep the people that she at least cares for to some degree safe.
Does she care about those people? I mean,
it's looking very distinctly like no, and here's why.
Because she brought,
Answer me this.
She brought Vernal down there, Vernal, whatever the fuck her name is, to basically die.
Yes.
Because
not really.
Yeah, she did.
She went down there to trap Cinder. Because if she was the Spring Maiden and she sent Vernal to the door, then the whole point of her going down there was to kill Cinder.
She wanted to kill Cinder, but Vernal, the plan for Vernal was Vernal would distract Cinder at the door, and when it wouldn't open, Cinder would be distracted even more, and then Raven would have her chance to strike. But that didn't happen because Cinder saw through Raven's plan to attack her from behind and froze her, and thus killed Vernal, thinking Vernal was still the Spring Maiden. They wanted to keep up that illusion because Cinder's attention would be completely on Vernal.
Except that she's been using this illusion for longer than this.
She's been
using this illusion since before she ever met Cinder.
Right.
Yeah.
She was play acting. Vernal was play acting as a Spring Maiden for a while because they collected intelligence that Raven had her. I don't know. That seems like a really weird long con to.
Yeah, it's
well,
not.
You are against probably the most evil person in fucking history.
Well, I think it was.
You have to have long plays.
I think it was self-preservation where she was like, Salem's looking for the Spring Maiden. I don't want her to know I'm the Spring Maiden, so I'm gonna use her as a meat shield because I'm a horrible human being.
That's
like,
the long.
I think that's the only plan she had in her mind because
she didn't have Cinder in her mind until she went down there.
Raven just
until
seems
she got called on it.
It just seems like she treats people like pawns. Like if they can be useful to her, she'll keep them around. Otherwise, they're gone or dead.
She's
I don't
neutral.
Like she doesn't seem like a very complicated individual.
She does everything for herself.
Okay,
but we don't know the full side of her story.
Doing everything for yourself, she's classified as evil.
Oh, is that evil?
That is evil.
Okay.
Evil is very, very self-serving.
Is that neutral evil?
I would call that neutral evil because she also won't honor bargains.
Yep. but she's not. She's sure as fuck not chaotic.
She's also not doing evil for evil's sake, which is chaotic. So she's neutral evil.
She just does whatever serves her purpose best.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is, some of evil's best enemies are other evils.
That sounds familiar.
Right?
Vegeta.
No.
Vegeta's a chaotic evil. He was in the beginning.
Yeah, he's straight up a chaotic evil.
Or not chaotic evil, neutral evil.
No. Destruction for destruction's sake?
At first, yeah, he and Nappa were bananas, just wanting to like blow stuff up.
Yeah.
No, it's because they were serving Frieza. Well, at first they were serving Frieza, but then they did the Dragon Ball quest for themselves. And then after that, Vegeta.
Vegeta was only biding his time because Frieza was so much more powerful than him. I mean, as soon as.
Well, he kept up the idea that maybe someday, if he were strong enough, lost enough battles and recovered, the whole Saiyan trait of that happening, maybe he would stand a chance against Frieza.
Because after a while, I feel like he became like chaotic neutral.
He did.
But I would never say that Vegeta was like good.
No, he's never has been.
No.
Good, never will be good. He's confirmed that. The closest he got was when he sacrificed himself to save his own son. When he actually had a connection that he cared more for himself about. More than himself about.
That doesn't make him good or neutral.
No, I didn't say that it did. It is a moment.
You could be right. I just don't see it.
Well, that's the point of it. You never see it coming.
See,
if they pull it off right and they get enough.
You never see it coming, Nate. That's the joke.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing about alignments. trying to boil down an entire character into 2 letters is very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
This was a fairly clear-cut case.
Yeah.
Everything that we have seen feeds into that. And honestly, that's another reason I don't like Raven. She's not a complex character.
Well,
she's not a 3-dimensional character. She might be 2.5D at best.
Well, on the surface, it may look like that, but there's probably more to her story that we haven't heard.
Well, even if she does decide that she doesn't want to fight just for herself anymore, I don't think anybody's going to trust her except maybe Crow. Who's
not even Crow.
No, Crow
she came there to kill him. I doubt it.
I mean, yeah, now she won't, but he's still...
The ones that might trust her, Yang, because of her...
Nope.
No. Even then, even after everything that her mother has said to her, Yang, to some degree, may still want some connection with her mother. I mean, because of how absent her mother's been from her life. She yearns for that. She's probably yearning for that connection to some degree. Also, another person that might trust her, Tai Yang. Because Tai,
Tai might be able to be manipulated. Yang had Summer.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yeah.
So Yang did have a mom.
Yang has a very deep-seated hatred.
Summer was actually absolutely Yang's mother.
No, in the term of the maternal raising, yes. But in terms of biological, no.
Well, yeah, but
so
biology doesn't...
Summer was her mom. She wasn't her mother, but she was her mom.
Well, exactly.
She doesn't have a yearning for a mom.
That's true. That's just like my little sisters on my dad's side of the family. I consider them my little sisters, even though we're not related by blood.
Right.
But my little sisters around the ages of 15, especially the older one, was curious about her dad. She wanted to know who her dad was. She wanted to know who he was, and had curiosity about that. Wanted to build some kind of connection with him. But her dad, her biological father, is an unbelievable piece of shit. I mean, an unbelievable piece of shit that pretty much signed away any rights and any way that he could be traced back to them in court when they were just babies. I mean, he is, to me, one of the lowest pieces of scum I could imagine. But
actually,
are
actually
we
sounds
talking about Raven now? Because that sounds a hell of a lot like Raven now.
That's actually an ideal situation, because if people don't sign over rights, that's the messiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
Well, okay, well, it's true.
So that's actually a blessing.
Well, it is true.
I will give you that Yang was interested in her mother until she met her mother and found out that she was only in it for herself, and she stopped giving a shit the second she captured Weiss.
Well, she showed. She showed up.
That was it.
She showed up with the intention to kill her brother and presumably RWBY.
Yep.
I mean, I thought Yang was going to have a psychotic breakdown, not Jean. When Raven showed up,
I thought Yang was going to snap.
That did catch me by surprise, because I was honestly expecting Yang to lose it.
Yep, and she still might.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's be real. That's kind of what Yang does.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but like the simple fact of the matter is, if Raven does a heel face turn, and I don't believe that it's going to happen, she's alone.
Yep, it's gonna be a
absolutely
mess.
Forever.
Yeah,
like that's the thing.
She's gonna spend at least a season, probably longer, trying to get people to believe her, and I'm not sure it's gonna work.
Because Crow is gonna do everything he can to keep those girls away from her.
Yep.
For forever. I
just had a thought.
Okay.
Go with me on this journey.
I'm not holding hands.
No.
Just for a little bit. I got sweaty palms though. So
it's all right. So
just go on the journey.
Raven and Cinder fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
Raven loses
because she got the strong
hand. Odds are strong that she might, because of Cinder's
strong hand.
Cinder's wibbly arm.
Yeah. Cinder's
so
a strong hand.
So
that thing's freaky.
In this case, there's the only way that the heel face turn works is if Raven dies before Cinder can steal the power, and the power ends up in Yang. That's the only way it works.
Well, it's not hereditary.
Well, Raven would be gone. The personality doesn't transfer, right?
No. The person that they are thinking of at the moment of their death is who the power goes to.
Oh, okay.
So
So you think there'd be a little redemption in there where she, her last thought is of
Yang,
the daughter
Yang,
she abandoned,
and then boom.
Yang is the spring
because
maiden.
she knows the mythology of the maidens.
Right.
She better than anybody.
She was one of Ozpin's proteges with Crow.
Well, I still want to know what Ozpin did to piss her off, because he obviously did something that she thought was unmistakably wrong.
I think that's just going to be kind of left for us to wonder. I don't know if they're ever going to visit that.
I hope they do, though. I hope they do. I mean,
But obviously it wasn't that bad because Crow didn't hate him for it. So I
Right.
don't know what he could have done that would just...
Well, there's two sides to every coin when it comes to a revelation of something as big as the evil of Salem. There's people who see the evil and wish to confront it, Crow, and then there's people who see it and wish to not confront it and only think of themselves. And
I guess it depends on
Raven in the beginning.
When
with Raven,
people experience trauma, they usually try and place blame somewhere. So based on their personalities, she seems to have blamed Oz. Crow seems to blame Salem. So
that's human nature.
Yeah.
And if
they want to find a reason.
And honestly,
for things.
it's pretty hard for people to confront their own anxiety. So it's like.
It is.
After experienced trauma, it's like, you can't really, you may not be able to reason with someone like Raven, where it's like, hey, you're not behaving rationally. It's just like pure fight or flight instinct, and she chose flight.
She's the only one who's behaving rationally because she's the one that's keeping away from all this nonsense.
Because she's had the psychotic break.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like,
And I don't know who brought it up, maybe Ben, or I don't know. That Ozpin and that Salem might have the same ability as Ozpin to take over, or as old as Ozpin from taking over bodies. Who was that? One of you. It wasn't me.
Presumably Salem was really, really old.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I'd say yeah.
Well,
that Salem and Ozpin might be of the same ilk.
They might be brother and sister.
My thinking on it is Salem is almost has to be the first Grimm.
Right.
Right. Yes. But if she sees Ozpin as the same as Salem, and especially since he takes over other people's lives.
I'm sorry. I just thought of Mother Goose and Grimm and had this picture of Salem as Mother Goose with Grimm.
That's pretty great.
I just had an idea.
That's pretty great. I'm happy with that.
I just had an idea about something.
I'm sorry.
We have Oz, the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Salem is the Wicked Witch of the West.
Because Glinda, the North Witch, right?
Yes.
And then the East got the house dropped on her, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And South she didn't come into play until later in the books, right?
Yeah.
I think
it was real late.
But the South Witch, I don't think she was evil, was she?
No. North and South were
good.
And East and West were evil.
But the Wicked Witch of the West, Salem, I think, is the Wicked Witch of the West because of her. Well, it's the mythology of the Wizard of Oz,
right?
And you have Oz, you have the Cowardly Lion, you got the Scarecrow, you've got the Tin Man, and you've got Dorothy / Red Riding Hood with Ruby, because the ruby red slippers.
Ruby slippers, yeah.
Have we discussed that Oscar is kind of a Dorothy character and that he comes from a farm?
Oscar,
I say
Oscar
that?
could potentially be Dorothy as well.
Because I brought that up. I think I brought that up, but that may have just been at me.
Also,
probably. I mean, you never know.
Fun fact: they were originally silver slippers, and she has silver eyes, so I feel like they covered their bases.
Right. That's right.
Hold on. I found something about. I had found something previously about the Wizard of Oz that made a whole lot, made everything make more sense. Give me a minute.
Vamp.
Well, there's a lot of tie-ins to a lot of fairy tales that interlace and intermingle in this, because you got the Snow White, you got pretty much Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, and Goldilocks, and Red Riding Hood, whereas Red Riding Hood is also Dorothy. But potentially Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. And you've got the mythology of the maidens. You've got the mythology of Oz and how he's able to transfer bodies. And potentially you've got a mythology with Salem, but we don't know what it is. You see, that Salem mythology could be that maybe she's older than any other character in the universe, and she has existed since the beginning. Well, maybe she was there in the beginning during the creation.
Well, I mean, because Crow did tell the creation myth, and she's probably a champion of the dark.
Mhm.
So
I'd
she
say
may,
so.
in fact, just be the devil. I mean,
Yeah.
She may
The
be the
devil.
devil,
It's the devil.
or she may be.
Mama told me.
Or I've
she
got
the-
an
she
idea.
the
I've got an
devil.
Lady
idea.
Valentine.
Maybe she is the gosh.
So
Maybe she is the Sauron to a previous evil.
And yeah, Sauron was like junior bad guy for millennia
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings world.
So, the Wizard of Oz, and we went over this previously.
yeah.
Like the whole statement on it was, like, his full name was Oscar Zoroaster Friedrich Isaac Norman Hinkle Emmanuel Ambrose Diggs. And so when he became Oz,
Yeah.
but the whole thing is Ozpin head.
Right.
Ozpin, headmaster
Headmaster.
of Beacon Academy.
There you go.
And so then you get Oscar, which is
Oscar Pine.
which is his first name,
Yes.
and then you've got Pin and E, which is pretty close. Oscar Pines.
Yes.
So
There's a lot of mythology to unwrap with this.
there,
series.
yeah, it's very layered,
very
like
not
a
just
cake.
not just layered, but
or
interlaced as
or
well.
like an onion.
It's like not. I wouldn't say like an onion. More like a well knit sweater.
A knitted onion.
A
Ooh.
knitted onion.
Ooh.
Boy, the
Like,
thought just makes you weak.
gross.
Good night, everybody. No,
Yeah,
I
an onion weave, kind of like from instead of a bacon weave.
Can we just say it's like a bacon weave?
Yeah, bacon
Sure.
weave.
Yeah.
more better.
Bacon's
a maple bacon weave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or just
that
like
sounds good.
just a good coating of brown sugar on there.
Yeah, candied.
Yeah, candied bacon.
weave.
So
Man,
let's TLDR it for people.
Yeah.
We don't know anything and we're scared.
I
I
mean,
am scared.
Raven's the Spring Maiden, and I hope she dies.
at least they've got a medic.
Yep.
I mean that.
A mercy.
Look, we all knew that Jean was supposed to be in the Paladin archetype,
Right.
right.
like, based on Joan of Arc,
Well, and I'm
Sword and Board.
I'm not surprised that he developed this because Ozpin decidedly pointed out that he still didn't know how to use his semblance. I feel like foreshadowing for this moment. I mean, so-
yeah, and like.
And it's like, seriously, how much more bad stuff has to happen to these people before they catch a break? Like,
Yeah. Of course, my question is he fueling that healing with his own, like his own aura? Is he going to end up taking on the wound? Or,
I think it's just a basic heal.
yeah, because it doesn't look like he was
He didn't seem
suffering.
to be in any pain.
No.
Yeah.
But
No.
also, really, the real MVP of all this, Hazel's Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Dude, seriously.
I mean, man,
How
that
many
poor
coats
guy.
you gotta make for the guy?
Like,
Hazel Taylor is a
just
is,
a persistent. I mean, Hazel either shells it out or
because everyone has these like phenomenally tailored outfits in this universe, and like that poor guy, man, it's like as soon as he loses his temper, just like
He also loses his shirt.
rips everything to shreds. That guy,
Well,
man.
Lord.
And honestly, like, I'm not sure I buy his whole reasoning for,
for thinking Oz is evil.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean,
Presumably he's been holding that grudge for a long time. He seems a lot older than a school-aged child.
yeah. I mean,
So-
we don't know the circumstances, and it's like we said before. It's like when people suffer trauma, it's like
Yeah.
it's not always reasonable where they decide to cast their blame
no.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to break them of that
because
preconception.
I mean, some people fix on really weird stuff for years, and like
Oh yeah.
you have
dude.
no idea.
Oh yeah, it can get bad. It can get really bad really quick. And for me, I'm one to think maybe Oscar to some degree got through, but Hazel was entrenched in 20 plus years of hatred.
Yeah.
So.
I've just had a thought about this.
What's that?
Hazel and his sister Gretchen. Hansel and Gretel.
So she probably got like cooked and eaten by a witch or something.
Maybe it was Salem.
And what witch do we know?
So
it's probably a big lie.
Training.
So
mission.
it probably is a lie, and he's going to find out that Salem actually was responsible for it. I could see that.
I buy it.
Because otherwise, Hazel seems to be a pretty zen dude. Because he didn't
want to fight them.
He didn't want to fight anybody, and
he's like, I don't want to fight anybody unless
he was literally toying with Ren and Nora because he was just stopping shots from that hammer. Like
he was just like whack.
Just like,
whack.
Can we not do this?
Stop! Just grab her hammer, throws her.
Like I'd really rather not do this.
Yeah.
And then he sees Osmond and is like, I want to do that.
It's like,
oh yeah.
He's like, bust out the Slim Jim.
Ozpin and the HUD came on.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Electric Slim
Jim. Just like, just go full on Hulkamania.
I could just see it as just like pushing me to the boiling point.
I still like from Spider-Man. Bonesaw is ready.
Hazel is ready.
The best. But yeah, no,
I really want a RWBY chibi now where they spoof the Macho Man Slim Jim commercials with Hazel,
so
where he like rips the shirt off and he's like,
it needs to be that Hazel needs to bite into a dust crystal.
Snap into some dust. Oh yeah.
Snap into the electro dust.
Step into the space.
Oh man, that is heinous.
That's zesty right there. Oh boy,
I love it.
You might say it's spicy.
That's a spicy dust crystal. All right, we gotta go.
Wow.
We gotta go before we go further
down the rabbit hole.
Don't look. We're not dealing with the Alice in Wonderland mythology. No, stop that.
Yet.
God damn it.
All right. Bye everybody.